Greetings. Thank you all for watching. My name is Kripke, and I will be your guide as we analyze in detail everything about this episode. We will be learning about the different supernatural entities, how it was defeated, as well as some interesting trivia facts, fun continuity errors, and crazy flubs made in the episode. And don't forget to stick around at the end for more information. In case you're looking to become a supernatural hunter, I have to make sure you are prepared. Don't forget your digital recorder, EMF meter from eBay, blowtorch for burning remains, lots and lots of salt, an iron for smacking ghosts. Oops, wrong one. Iron for smacking ghosts. Oh yeah. Your thermometer for finding coal spots. Your trusty PKE meter. Turn off all the lights.
Hey!
Make sure you close all your doors and lock it tight. And just in case, cover all the mirrors.
Ah!
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. Ever hear of a tulpa before? This tulpa came to life through a combination of a prank mixed with the power of the internet. Confused? So am I. Let's get started. In the 1930s, there is a legend of a house haunted by the ghost of Mordecai, a farmer who lived with his 6 daughters. During the Great Depression, his family was starving to death. To spare them the slow pain of famine, he hung them all in the basement, and then himself. And then... The legend just ended up being a big prank. Craig and his cousin Dana thought it would be fun one summer to change the inside of an abandoned shack into a frightening haunted house. They decorated the inside with creepy-looking objects and symbols from her theology textbook, and invented the legend of Mordecai Murdoch. Unaware, however, that one of the symbols is a Tibetan meditation sigil. The legend soon spread until Harry Spangler and Ed Zedmore put the sigil on their website, and the resulting crowdsource effect unintentionally brought the tulpa to life.
Sweet Lord of the Rings.
The first victim was a teenage girl hung in the basement. The legend has now taken on a life of its own.
So there was this incident in Tibet in 1915. A group of monks visualize a golem in their hands. They meditate on it so hard, they bring the thing to life out of thin air.
Mordecai Murdoch is unlike any other spirit. He is a tulpa, a Tibetan spirit or golem. His strengths and weaknesses are determined by the creators. But they all seem to share 3 common abilities. Shape-shifting. The tulpa has limited shape-shifting because it's a living form of thought, something that no common ghost is capable of doing. One theory is the tulpa can change multiple forms before the creators finish it and takes a life of its own. Immunity. For a tulpa, they are highly resistant to supernatural repellents, unless the creators made weak points in them. It doesn't have the same weaknesses as a normal spirit would, that usually repel them with one shot, like rock salt rounds. Tulpas can take up to 6 or more. Super strength. A common power among many paranormal creatures allows the spirit to casually overpower human opponents, as the tulpa did with hanging the girl and pinning Sam against the wall. In case you were unfortunate enough to run into a tulpa, this is how the Winchesters put him to rest. Sam and Dean searched the abandoned house looking for the legend of Mordecai. They assumed that they were looking for a vengeful spirit. What they actually found was much different and were forced to retreat. The Winchesters later figure out Mordecai is a tulpa after they discover a website dedicated to his legend. The town is unknowingly conjuring up the evil spirit and changing his MO whenever someone posts newfound legends on hellhoundslair.com.
Would explain why it keeps changing.
Right. As the legend changes, people think different things, so Mordecai himself changes. like a game of telephone.
Sam and Dean provided their own legend to be posted about Mordecai, so he would be vulnerable to them. When they faced the Tulpa, however, he wasn't changed as they had hoped, and soon learned that the website's server crashed and couldn't update their post. As a last resort, Dean set fire to the house, knowing that Mordecai could not leave and would burn along with it. The Tulpa faded away with the flames, as did his story.
Whole damn place to the ground?
Well, no one will go in anymore. I mean, look, Mordecai can't haunt a house if there's no house to haunt.
This is the analysis and reveal, where I put the episode under a microscope for your entertainment and knowledge. Number 1. The episode takes place in Richardson, Texas, which is Jensen Ackles, Dean Winchester, his hometown. Number 2. The blonde girl that enters the Hell House in the beginning also plays the angel Muriel in Season 9, Episode 9. Number 3. The last names of the amateur ghost hunters Dean and Sam run into, Zedmore and Spengler, are references of the two main characters Egon Spengler and Winston Zedmore in Ghostbusters back in 1984. Number 4. The website that Sam discovers in Hell House is www.hellhoundslair.com, a website created by the show's producers. It currently leads to the CW website. Number 5. The album that Dean picks up and seems impressed with in the record shop is Kansas classic Point of No Return. It has the title song Dust in the Wind. Number 6. Women, you may now start to drool. To meet the demands of numerous fans to see the lead actors with less clothes on, a shirtless scene for Jared Padalecki was deliberately written into this episode. Number 7. When the amateur ghost hunters came bumbling through the bush, Dean yells,
Who are you gonna call? Hey, you! Run!
This is a reference from the title song in Ghostbusters, sung by Ray Parker Jr. Number 8.
Yeah, I'm a writer too. I write for my school's lit magazine.
Oh, good for you, Morrissey.
Morrissey was the lead singer of The Smiths, a rock band active from 1982 to 1987. Number 9. When Sam and Dean visit the Paranormal Investigator nerds at the trailer, there are several witty bumper stickers pasted on the door. The biggest one reads, "Step into the light, Caroline." This is a reference to the movie Poltergeist. With trivia complete, now on to continuity errors. Number 1. In the record shop, we see Dean pick up an album and look at it in the background on Sam's shot. And then he does it again on the reverse angle shot.
Didn't have enough money to even feed his own children. So I guess that's when he went off the deep end.
Number 2. Dean puts the EMF meter in his pocket in the 2-shot. And then we see him do it again in the wide shot, taken from the interior of the house.
Why? I think the thing's still got a little juice in it, screwing with all the readings.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah.
Number 3.
What the?
When Sam gets in the car after pranking Dean, he points to himself twice. In Jared and Jensen's shot, he's pointing to himself and then takes his hand down. The next shot, he's pointing at his chest again.
That's all you got? It's weak. That is...
Number 4. In the close-up shot, Sam's hand is in a different position on the cabinet handles than in the wide shot. Number 5. In the wide shot, Dean sets down the coffee on the table before he sits down. and then in the close-up, he still has it in his hand.
What about these tulpas?
Okay, so there was this incident in Tibet in 1915. A group of monks visualized a golem in their hands.
Number 6. When Sam taunts Mordecai, the spirit swings his axe and misses, hitting the wall. In the wide shot, the axe is clearly seen against one of the boards, but in the close-up, it's suddenly wedged in between the boards. Number 7. When Sam and Dean talk about the sigil of sulfur, the wrong symbol was shown on the wall. This is the real sigil.
The reverse cross has been used by Satanists for centuries, but this sigil of sulfur didn't show up in San Francisco until the 60s.
That's exactly why you never get laid.
Number 8. When Sam and Dean are in the basement, Dean picks up a jar of reddish liquid. It appears to be the same jar on the same shelf that the teenage girl broke before she was killed in the previous scene.
They say I'm a dare you to take a swig of this.
Number 9. When the girl dies in the hell house, you can see her body being taken to the ambulance from a wide shot and being put into the ambulance. Then in an upcoming close-up, you see another body. Essentially, this means there were 2 bodies but only 1 death.
Hold on 1 second.
What do you think?
With continuity errors complete, now on to goofs. Number 1. Around the 26-minute mark, as Dean grabs their coffee, you can hear the person handing Dean, "Here you go, Jensen." Jensen, of course, is the actor playing Dean. There has been speculation that the server actually says Jens, not Jensen, but you make the call.
Thank you.
Number 2. After shooting Mordecai, Sam moves to the left, Dean moves behind Ed and Harry. Then you can see a cameraman's shoulder on the right side of the screen. Now let's tally up the total kills done by Mordecai Murdoch. The Tulpa was recently created and only had a chance to kill 1 teenage girl named Jill. After that, Dean was able to burn down his man cave before he could kill anyone else. So the total count is just 1. The legend went up in a puff of smoke. If anyone would like to know more about how to conjure your own Tulpa, check out the links in the description below. If anyone has an interest in real paranormal investigating, or simply have a story or strange photo you would like to share, visit longtime senior paranormal investigator, author of 12 books, public speaker, and even musician, Tom D'Agostino. You can find his contact info in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe to become a member of Kripke's Supernatural. Thank you so much for watching, Wayward fans, and as always, carry on the hunt.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry.